Backyard Dogs look to make a Classic City trifecta. It's 4-0 Georgia hosting FAMU from Stegman Coliseum. On conference opponents, FAMU comes in 0-3. Life in the SWAC, 8 of their first 10 games on the road. They lost last at UCF, 6 threes, but they love to touch the paint too, Rodney.
Paint touch threes, they're really high efficient with the shooting threes once that ball touches the paint.
And that's a great sign for
on the glass, so it's going to be really, really important tonight that FAMU does a good job of trying to box out a larger size team in Georgia.
Rattlers go in
early for them.
Keep an eye on number 5 in white, Jeremiah Wilkinson. Instead, it's Jordan Ross taking it himself for 2 on him, coming up in just a minute. This one's stolen away by Jeremiah Wilkinson with the flush. Many win campaigns, including their first NCAA tournament appearance in over a decade last year. Blue Kane gets in the scoring column, and what do you know? It's a game. And I was kind of surprised to see them taking the ball so aggressively to the rim.
Absolutely. I mean, they did a great job at defending that inbounds there, knowing that Bailey's coming off the
scorers so far in the first 5 minutes. Open look. And it's good. Another 3. This one by A&amp. And it's a turnover fest. Back to back to back. Nice feed. Wilkins!
Baby highlight.
Down, but a fresh 20 for the Dogs. Georgia smells blood early on. Wilkins spins, gets. So here's Wilkins at the line. And one thing he has.
He's already getting to the basket, getting second chance opportunities. The guy that can stretch the floor as well.
Team. Cannon Catchings, his mom, Taja, a WNBA draft pick, grandfather, Harvey, played 11 years in the NBA, and of course, his aunt Tamika, a Hall of Fame, but I won't go to the games.
Yeah, I don't know if he's nervous about that or there are expectations there.
Anthony Noel last year.
All of those guys are aggressive scorers. They're guys that have bought into the defensive side of things as well, and they've been really good to sit down and get some stops and try to stay in this game here.
FAMU 3 for 5 from 3. And Wilkinson stops and pops.
Prepared for this. They were working against the 2-3, knowing they may see this tonight.
Catchings for 3. He has really struggled from beyond the arc, but Johnny on the spot.
16, let him to the Elite 8. I mean, Charlie Walt was much TV back in the early 90s.
And in an 11-year NBA career, he had nearly those games are going to be against really good teams.
You have to, again, use this part of the season right now to get better for your conference play. Teams, they'll stay in this zone, hoping that Georgia settles for some shots as opposed to really attacking the paint like.
Look out below, another dunk, this time in good hustle, transition defense for the Dogs. Oh, Kareem Stagg, another freshman. That was and just turned 18 a couple of months ago. Vanderbilt starting at 9 a.m. Eastern. Both shows right here on the SEC Network. And the going from 3 yet. They're now 0 for 7 from beyond the arc. Absent picks it up. And it's tapped in by Dylan James.
Only it gets to the quality, to your point, in terms of what type of shots are you taking. From Hughes playing this zone to try to slow them down because they can't really match up against these guys, but they got to keep them off the glass.
They go inside out. Here's James amongst the trees, and he gets it to go. Dylan James with 8. Here's Palmer, leading scorer, still scoreless. And there's a follow slam by Caleb Washington, his first 2.
Playing advantage basketball and just making a simple play.
And look at the hustle by Washington after the bucket. And back-to-back buckets for the Rattlers. Still no threes by the Georgia Bulldogs. They're 0 for 9.
They are crashing the glass, getting second chance opportunities.
And there's a nice looking lob and jump. They got 4 throwdowns tonight. And there's the first 3 of the night from Justin Bailey. That jumper short from distance. Here comes Blue Kane. Nice feed up ahead. Make it dunk number 5 for the dunk. No breaks for this Georgia offense and defense. Up 23, doesn't matter. We're going to press you 94 feet. And there's a good bucket in the paint. Georgia Bulldogs so far. They average about 35 three-point attempts a game in the early going. Caleb Washington, nice touch. I always associate this with Steph Curry, but he talks about being a 50.
And again, one of the top free throw shooters in the league as well.
He knocks down his first two-point jumper. Under a minute to go in the first half. Here's Stagg, picking up ahead of steam and getting fouled on his way to the basket.
Stagg's a good-looking freshman. Really athletic.
Spent the summer in 2004 with the NBA PA Top 100 camp in Boston. Here's Palmer. And he gets it to.
He's got pretty good touch here at the line, though. Now, I jinxed him with free throws right now, and they probably got a sub coming in for him here shortly.
So Stagg. That one swatted away by Surreal. One of the best shot blockers in the SEC, and that's now 9 blocks for the defense. And just the third.
Yeah, they get a chance to check their defense. They like pressure defense as well. They like forcing turnovers. They just haven't had opportunity.
Points at 3 steals against UCF last week. Another lob, and Surreal throws it down. And now Blue Cane try to take advantage of the size disparity. And Surreal has started this second half off with 3. And Delama says, I'll take it from close. Normally reliable, 89% from the free throw line, but he misses.
I think that you're going to have all the reps, and it doesn't matter who's on the line or not on the line, but you're going to still convert those.
Jeremiah Wilkinson is shooting 2 more free throws. There was a technical foul called. Nice jump hook.
FAMU's really small right now. It'll be interesting.
Georgia, who has not scored yet. That's number 4 in white with the ball now. Smurf spins and changes that.
Right on cue. I mean,
I asked him the other day, and he said, when I was born, they put one of those white little baby caps on my head.
Things that he's going to have to use not only for this game, but for, again, future contests.
Chapman, 3-pointer is true.
Built right now for a fast-paced team. They're going to really challenge you to value taking care of the basketball. And I think they're going to shoot the ball fairly well as they get it deep in the tournament. Again, I think he's done a nice job going in that portal. And there's a surprising team. Again, I've said this earlier on another telecast. I think
should be a fun season in Oxford, just like it's going to be here in Athens. Nice drive by Caleb Washington. He splashed. Here's a lob, and there's a putback. Can't count as a dunk. Stripe on the season, but he's a perfect 6 for 6 and now 7 for 7 tonight. Averaged 15 points a game out of Grayson High School for them in their win against Georgia Tech. And he said to us, we haven't really spent a lot of time working on the zone.
In game situations, it totally changed the game against Georgia Tech.
Here's Ross, found an opening and went off the glass.
Good Morning America, they were talking about 6'7".
How about that?
Yes.
It's in the lexicon. That is a tough 2 from X, just like his daddy. 9th all-time in NFL receptions, 4th. Another rebound for Blue Cane. He gets a couple more buckets, he might have himself a double-double. There's another bucket, now 8 points for
the Bulldogs.
And
he was giving it to him a little bit.
Clean, old-fashioned hate is what they call it. It's been all Bulldogs, but they throw it away here, and they've got 3-on-1 numbers. Bolden the up and under, and he finishes.
The one thing, coach, is a team with what you're trying to do.
Skip pass in the corner. Fake the 3, and now he's got double digits. Now Kane brings the double in the low post, but Shirley gets it up and in. Shirley got it to go for 3, back-to-back.
On the stretch your last 7 minutes of this game, he wants to see his team continue to work on the things defense.
Well, it has been a balanced scoring effort as well as a balanced. Here's Bolden for three. And he's been a bright
presence felt on the offensive end.
A season high 15 for Anquan Bolden. What a bounce pass. Wilkins to Abs.
Great basketball ahead for him.
Absent completes the three
for his team at this point right now.
He dominated college football. He's the only student athlete with his. Here's a turnover. Melander to Wilkins. That three is good from Shirley.
Shirley again is giving them offense. Is that baseline trap from the baseline here. I mean, it's something that Georgia's going to do all year.
James tries a three. Off to the left. Offensive rebound surrounded by green jerseys. But it's undeniable. Santos, Carolina to play Xavier, and then the winner or loser of West Virginia and Clemson. There's going to be some adversity there.
Basketball is a game full of minutes for the guys on the floor for both teams.
90. They've scored 92 or more in all 4 of their first games. Offensive rebound, but a foul called before that games, and that maybe is the one thing that Mike White hopes.
Games are possession games. You cannot have that kind of.
Here's another one. So that stat still holds.
They've gotten some great looks tonight. They just hadn't gone in. Here's one.
And there it is. Numbers. And merciless throughout. And Bolden might have got number 30 in white behind the backboard. That's Brandon Klatsky. He's been in this hard in practice. They're the scout team. They're in everything. Klatsky had the first bucket of his career in the first game of the season against Bellarmine. There's a follow jam. That's 11 dunks now to 5-0 on the year, and they extend their home non-conference winning streak to 32. Your final score from Stegman Coliseum, A&M 57. For everybody on our SEC Network crew, including my broadcast partner Rodney Terry, I'm Rich Holland.